Hello, welcome to Living in the Flow. I'm Kalyn, and this is Lorenza, my buddy. Hi. Who looks like she's going to take a nap, which is pretty good for personal power. Personal power can be the ability to do what you really need to do for yourself. Sometimes you need a nap, and being able to give yourself what you need is a sign of power. So let's talk a little bit about power. There's bad power, meaning that, power and control, trying to overpower someone else. And then there's real power. Real power is about you, relative to you, from you to you. One of my favorite examples of personal power, two of my favorites, are Nelson Mandela and Gandhi. Both were amazing men who were in situations that seemed pretty freaking powerless. It wasn't just like maybe you feeling like no one lets you speak. I mean, it was so much bigger than that, right? Nelson Mandela was incarcerated, and he dealt with that. And even when being incarcerated, he was actually one of the freest and most powerful men. Gandhi was subject to the British government. India was under their rule, and by working with himself, without starting a revolution, without doing anything like that, he actually got the British government to come around and to do the things that he wanted. Those are phenomenal examples of power. They're not phenomenal because they are someone who overpowered another government. That's not the idea. What the idea really is, and what personal power really is about, is being able to do what you know is right for you, within you. Gandhi did it for himself and because it was the right thing for him. And yes, he wanted to help his country, but it wasn't the kind of thing where he was mad at the British and out to cause them problems, or, it wasn't anything like that. It wasn't a statement about them. The government, the British government, they shouldn't. It was actually about me, my people, my country. We are free. We need to be recognized as free. That's what personal power is. It's here. It's you. It comes from you. So let's look at maybe an example that would be a little more relevant to you. One of my students tends to feel like in life, people don't really let her exactly be who she wants to be, like really express herself, that kind of thing. Maybe the same happens at work. She wants to have her expression in certain ways, do certain creative projects, and she doesn't always get to. And then life doesn't let her have the time to go and do her creative endeavors, so she ends up feeling a little shortchanged. Well, what happens if instead she started to really find the ability to be creative or to express herself or do whatever it is that she wants anyway? That just simply means finding what's important to you, focusing within you, and allowing yourself and taking the actions to make something happen for yourself. The truth is, personal power is hard to talk about and hard to describe because it's something from within. It is self to self, and it is a decision that you make from within. It is an attitude that you switch to from within, wherein even if you are incarcerated, you decide that, that's not really who I am. That's not true to who I am. I'm really a free person. And then you know yourself to be free. When you take this kind of approach to it, like as my student has reclaimed her own life from herself, not from other people, then she's gained more of her own freedom, more of her ability to express herself, more of her ability to be creative. I hope I'm doing a good job of giving you a sense that it really isn't an outside job. It isn't convincing other people. It isn't making sure that other people let you. That would all be outside when it has to do with other people, having them make sure they let me. It doesn't go this way. It's you. And then it's what you put forward. It's finding freedom within yourself. It's finding who you are as a country, as a leader within yourself. It's finding who you are as a creative person in and of yourself. It's recognizing to yourself who you really are and then following through and taking the actions that are required or needed. Like my Lorenza here, she's gonna take her nap. It's just her nap time. But it's just like that because a lot of the times it's easy for people to lose track of what's really important to them or what they simply need. I mean, maybe you need a nap and our workday may not exactly be built to allow you a nap, but you do get a lunch break. Maybe it is about going and taking a nap like Lorenza's doing. You don't have to be a kept bird to take care of yourself, to do the things that are important to you, to take care of your own life. So it's really important to start to think of personal power as something deeper, because one of the most important things to remember is that what you're able to attract in your life, especially if you're after money, has everything to do with your personal power. Personal power attracts money. That is one universal law. So if you want law of attraction to bring you more money, you have to make sure that you have the personal power to really magnetize it toward you. To make sure that you have the personal power, because power is going to allow you to be money, keep money, maintain money, and just really have that money that you want. If you don't have a whole lot of personal power, chances are you don't have a whole lot of money. So start to rethink what personal power is. Start to notice where you try to blame someone else. You look at your power as being taken from you by life, by people, by circumstances. And personal power is reclaiming that power regardless, without changing people, without changing life, without changing circumstances. Because you can't change other people, you can't change life. You can't always change your circumstances, but you can always change you. You are the center of your universe. You are your place of power. Your power is right here, right now, with you. Enhance that personal power. You will then enhance what you attract, and you will attract more money. Thanks for joining us today.